Yo, what's going on YouTube? The Twins are making more moves. That's right, they just went out and acquired Michael A. Taylor for two prospects. That is Steven Cruz and Evan Sisk. So both of those guys were on the Wichita Wind Surge. They are both pitchers. They are both headed back to Kansas City for Michael A. Taylor. And this trade is so weird. It is so interesting for several different reasons. The first, it's an interdivision exchange, right? It's an interdivision trade. You would think that the Royals themselves are trying to be better, so why are they trading away one of their players for two prospects that are not even that great? Like, I don't want to tell you that these guys won't be major leaguers, but I'll be honest, I've never heard of them before, and I haven't seen them on any prospect list. So unless things have changed in the last month or two, that's kind of a steal, in my opinion, to get Michael Taylor for two AA level prospects that probably won't make the majors, or at least be very impactful players. Maybe they have a chance. I don't know. It's Kansas City. But that's weird, right? Because you're looking at a divisional rival that is just giving you a pretty good player. The second interesting fact that I have about this is why? Why do they need to go get another outfielder? They have, and let me tell you everybody that I know, they went out and got Gallo, okay? Left-handed outfielder. They already have Kirilloff, left-handed outfielder. Matt Wallner, left-handed outfielder. Larnack, left-handed outfielder. Nick Gordon, left-handed utility man. Byron Buxton, and Kepler. That is 7 outfielders to fit 3 spots. And I get it. It's never a bad thing to have a utility kind of player. I don't want to say utility kind of player, but he can do a lot, right? Taylor is great fielding. He is a right-handed bat, which is different. Is Buxton our only right-handed outfielder? I mean, I think Celestino is still out there. Technically, we still have Garlick, even though he was designated for assignment. He's now in the minors. We still have him available. He's a left or a right-handed bat too. So it's there are some guys there, but your main guy is Buxton, right? So this is good to get Taylor because he is a right-handed bat. He is very good in the outfield, and he's pretty fast. Additionally, he is a 2019 World Series champion with Washington. He won a Gold Glove a couple years ago. He is a pretty good player. I don't think he will ever play on the Twins, and we'll get into his stats why. Or he will be a bench player. He will be that 4th guy, 5th guy, 6th guy, depending on who else we trade. But he will be that bench player, fill-in man, pinch runner. Or whenever Buxton inevitably gets hurt, he will fill in probably there, so we don't have to put Royce Lewis back out there and risk injury again. But he had a pretty good year last year, so it does make sense that the Twins want to go get a right-handed bat in the outfield, somebody who's pretty quick, who's got a good glove, right? All of those attributes fit Michael A. Taylor well. The only interesting thing is, why? I just stated, it makes sense, but why? The Twins have made so many moves in the last week, and I thought they were done after Pablo Lopez, with the exception of trading Kepler, which I think he will very much be traded now. If it was a question before, I don't think it's a question now, because they went out and got Gallo. They went out and signed Correa. They got Vasquez, who was the only move for the first 2 months, sidetrack. They didn't make any of the big moves, right? No Verlander, no DeGrom, no of these other big names. I know those are pitchers, but you get what I'm saying. Until they signed Vasquez 2 months or 3 months after the season. Then they obviously get Correa, so a big name there. They got another reliever from the Nationals, I believe, Alex AJ. Maybe he's not in the Nationals anymore, I don't remember. But that was the same day as Correa. Gallo, like I said, Farmer, probably missing a guy or two. But they went out and got a ton of guys, but none of them were the big names, except for Correa. But okay, they already had him technically. But they went out and got these guys, right? Michael A. Taylor is another one, to just kind of piece together their roster. And it's just crazy how they are doing this way after the fact. The season starts in less than a month, spring training, and now is when they're going to get these guys. So I beg the question, is this the right move for the Twins, right? They didn't go spend a ton of money. Yes, they got Correa. That's a big move, whatever. But they didn't need a shortstop. They had Royce Lewis. They didn't need a center fielder in Taylor. They have Buxton. Like, what are they doing? And it's not what are they doing, it's why did they wait so long right after the season when all the big name free agents are out there, all the trades are, possibly happening, to go get guys like Gallo and Taylor and Farmer, who are not superstars, but definitely fill-in pieces, right? So that's what I ask you guys. Oh, if you do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe as well. It really helps me out. We're so close to 4,000. I'd love to have you along for the ride. But let's get into Taylor and again, prove why this is a good trade, but does it really make sense? So last year, he had a 3.2 WAR. He has a career WAR of 9.3. So he got a third of his career WAR, and he's been in the league for 9 years last season. Even though last year I would say he was not as good of a hitter as you would maybe expect a center fielder to be, he had one of the best years offensively that he has ever had. It's only a 90 OPS plus. Like I said, it's below average, but you take into account his speed, his defensive ability. That's what you're getting for him, right? But he had a 90 OPS plus, so yeah, he might be a little bit lower on the batting and the offensive end, but it makes up for it. And still, that 90 OPS plus is the second best ever, behind 2017 Nationals when he had a 104. So, like I said, this guy's been around for 9 years, has a career OPS of OPS plus, I should say, of 81. So, the dude is a below average hitter in general. But last year had significant strides, and the WAR shows for it. In how many games did he play? 124, had 105 hits. So again, you're having a less than one hit a game, but 250 average, which is not bad at all, considering he hovers around that 230, maybe 250 range. So that's right there. Had a couple of bad years as well. So 250 is definitely all right. 4 stolen bases, but 43 RBI and 9 home runs. So the dude is he's going to give you 5 to 10 home runs a year. He's going to give you 50 RBI. He's still going to be productive. The numbers might not be as high unless Buxton gets hurt, but that's pretty solid, right? For a backup center fielder, somebody you're probably going to maybe pinch hit for, pinch run for later in the game, that is a guy you're not necessarily getting for offense, right? You are getting him for his solid glove. Defensively, he will be replacing whoever in the field, right? So this makes sense. Again, as a fourth outfielder, again, you have Buxton in center. He's going to be there for sure. I don't know who you're really putting right. Probably Larnach or Wallner. And then I guess Wallner would maybe go to left unless you put Nick Gordon there, because Gordon doesn't really have a spot in the infield anymore. So you probably go Wallner or Larnach, Buxton, and then obviously Taylor. And then you put Wallner or Gordon, I guess, in left. First base will probably be Kirilloff now, since they traded Arise and they got rid of Sano. I would guess Royce and Polanco will play second. Nick Gordon will also probably play there a little bit as well. Correa will play short, and Farmer will play third. I think maybe you shift around the infield a little bit more, but you get the point that the Twins really don't have a lot of places to put these guys anymore, right? I think you probably get rid of Celestino. I know I mentioned him earlier. They had pulled him up last year, and then they also sent him down, so he's kind of one of those guys, kind of like Garlick. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in this video. I think I did, but you have Garlick, who was designated for assignment, and so you've got these guys who are like fringe major leaguers. Maybe they're not experienced enough or something, but this guy, Taylor, will definitely take that backup spot and be useful, right? Like I mentioned, he is a World Series champion. He is a quality player. He is 32 years old. He brings that experience. He had a Gold Glove in 2021. This is a guy who's probably, trying to rejuvenate his career a little bit, getting some more playing time on a better team. The Nationals have sucked for a long time outside of the World Series. They are not a great team. Kansas City's not a great team. The Twins are a winning culture. They are a winning team consistently, even if that means missing the playoffs or not winning a playoff game. They at least consistently can get there, and maybe he can be a piece to break that spell, right? Not the piece, but a piece to be supporting. Look at Gore, right? You got Gore, who was a Kansas City Royal for a while, super fast. Like, that's why teams wanted him. Michael A. Taylor is a guy that teams want because he is a good bat in the last year. Maybe that'll stay, but a good glove and some good experience, speed. He's a well-rounded individual, right? Good trade. Like I said, they didn't even have to give up much. They gave up 2 AA, AAA players, right? No offense, but I just don't see these guys doing much in the majors in their career, at least. Like, nothing against Evan Sisk. He's 25, still in AA. And same with Cruz. Yes, they are both pitchers. They might get a chance, especially in Kansas City, but he's 23, maybe has a little bit more of a chance there. Didn't have to give up much, right? The Twins are getting some talent without having to give up anything. That's what's important. That's what's good. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Thanks so much for watching. Again, if you do like it, leave a like. If you do want to subscribe, it helps me out. I'd love to have you along here so you can interact with us, talk some baseball. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.